Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Tonight I have a donation request, another one from Arthur. Arthur's asked me to check out another first aid kit song, which I'm excited about. I absolutely love this group. The song is Wolf, and he asked me to listen to the official music video. Just a couple of quick reminders. I do take notes while I'm reacting, so I don't have to pause the song a bunch of times. So if I'm looking down, I'm just jotting down one or two words just so I remember everything when I want to talk about it after. Also, it's getting impossible for me to keep up with suggestions and comments. So the best way and quickest way to get something in front of my face is to click on a donation link, send the information, and those get bumped up to the top of my list. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Does this have captions? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go.
Wolf mother, where you been? You look so warm, so thin. You're a taker, devil's maker. Let me hear you sing. Hey, yeah.
Ooh.
Wolf mother at the door. You don't smile anymore. You're a drifter, a shapeshifter. Let me see you run. Hey, yeah. Holy light, oh, guard the night, oh, keep the spirit.
I'm just going to rewind it a little. I was taking a note.
Shapeshifter, let me see you run. Hey, yeah. Holy light, oh, guard the night, oh, keep the spirit strong. Watch you grow, child of woe, keep holding on. When I run through the deep dark forest long after this begun, where the sun would set, the trees were dead, and the rivers were none, and all fortress to lead me back home from this place. But there was no sound, there was only me and my disgrace. Wolf mother, where you been? You look so worn, so thin. You're a taker, devil's maker. Let me hear you sing. Yeah. Wolf father at the door. You don't smile anymore. You're a drifter, a shapeshifter. Let me see you run. Yeah. Wayward wind, don't smile anymore. You're a drifter, a shapeshifter. Let me see you run. Yeah. Wayward winds, the voice that sings of a forgotten land. See it fall, child of all, oh, lend a mending hand. When I ran through the deep dark forest long after this begun, where the sun would set, the trees were dead, and the rivers were none, and all fortress to lead me back.
Trees were dead and the rivers were none.
But there was no sound, there was only me and my disgrace.
Seen that one before. Okay, so the first thing I wrote down was the drums, and then I put an exclamation point near the end. Uh, those were amazing in this song. It wasn't your typical snare drum sound, it was more of like toms or something. I don't know. I know there's different size toms, so I think that sounded like what that was, and that gives it a more tribal feeling for me. I love the break on certain notes in her voice. They sound like a start of a yodel. Those are awesome and always stick out no matter who's doing them to me. Their harmonies are amazing. Their voices are familiar to me by now because the songs that I do know by them, I listen to ad nauseum. So I definitely know the sound of their voices. They still sound like, I know they're from Sweden, but you couldn't tell. You know, sometimes you can tell when people are singing in English who don't speak English natively. And I'm sure these girls probably speak English pretty well, considering how well they sing in English. But there's no indication at all that they are anything but English speakers. I don't know if I'm making my point, but she's got like a American country voice or folk, even a little bit of folk as well. So that's really cool. That stuck out in my silver lining. Like instantly, I was like, this this sounds like an American artist. And it was like a little country. That video was really cool. I saw like a kaleidoscope effect in there, and it at different times, sometimes it was on her face, sometimes it was just light and like on images of wolves. It was really cool. I was trying to catch the lyrics. I think I'm going to look them up just for fun here. Hold on. Okay. Wolf mother, where you been? You look so worn, so thin. You're a taker, devil's maker. Let me hear you sing, hey ya, hey ya. Wolf father at the door, you don't smile anymore. You're a drifter, a shapeshifter. Let me see you run. So, you know, when I was hearing these lyrics in the song, I was thinking a wolf mother, you know, looking worn and thin. Maybe her pups are raised and, you know, or she's maybe at the end of her life. I'm not sure if that's the same meaning here. The father, wolf father at the door. You don't smile anymore. You're a drifter, shapeshifter. Seems maybe like, if we're talking in human terms, father who's at the door, maybe he's getting ready to leave, or he's hardly ever there. You don't smile anymore because you're not happy. You drift, you shapeshift, you're one way around, I don't know, your family, and you're something else outside of the home. I'm completely guessing. Let me see you run. So that also attributes to maybe it's a father figure who's never there and or leaves. Holy light, oh burn the night, oh keep the spirits strong. Watch it grow, child of woe. Oh, keep holding on. Hmm. When I run through the deep dark forest, long after this begun, where the sun would set, the trees were dead and the rivers were none. And I hope for a trace to lead me back home from this place. But there was no sound, there was only me and my disgrace. Now, if I was anywhere near correct about the wolf mother and the wolf father, you know, maybe this is a parental relationship and this talks about the child. I don't know. Here it says, Holy light, oh, burn the night, keep the spirit strong. watch it grow, child of woe, keep holding on. Just talking about a child who's going through a lot, holding on to their spirit and keeping it going throughout everything that they're going through. And then this chorus, when I run through the deep, dark forest long after this begun, this meaning all this turmoil at home, where the sun would set, the trees were dead, and the rivers were none. Okay, so that could just describe kind of the child's environment, or at least maybe its perspective of its environment. And I'd hope for Trace to lead me back home from this place of longing for what was, when in reality, no, it's just what it is. It is what it is. And it's not going to be what it once was. So it repeats: wolf mother, wolf father, wayward winds. Okay, so pre chorus: wayward winds, the voice that sings of a forgotten land, see it fall, child of woe, lend a mending hand. Huh. I'm probably way reading into this, but this could be something related to that child. Speaking of the child earlier, has grown up and gone through all this and now sees other children going through it and is in a position to help people like that. I don't know. I automatically assumed when I saw the title Wolf that it was going to be something about love gone wrong, but it seems to be about more of a child with a parental relationship. I'm not sure. Let me know if I'm anywhere close. Arthur, as always, thank you so much. This was another great song by them. Definitely adding it to my playlist. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Huck, are you excited that Daddy's home?